Okay, good morning, guys, and we are here again today. And today's topic we're going to cover introduction to support and resistance. First of all, we want to know what support and resistance is. Support, let's say you are wearing a parachute and you are coming down from an aeroplane with a parachute. Parachute is acting as a support. It's actually preventing you from hitting the ground so fast. So it's supporting you, it's helping you not to hit the ground so fast. That's what we call support. If you needed a help, maybe you're about to die and someone gave you a lift or a hand, it's also a support in real life. But when it comes to trading, there's also support. The same thing as resistance. If we start to run, or maybe we woke up at night, no light, and we actually don't know our way, and we hit the wall. Or let's say we are inside our room and we are trying to jump above the roof. Each time we try to jump, the ceiling will held us back and we'll come back down. That is called resistance. Now the ceiling is above us. And we are below the ceiling. And when we try to jump above, the ceiling prevents us from going above. That is called a resistance. You understand? Support, when we are coming down, it held us. Resistance, when we are going up, it prevents us from going further. So in today's topic, we are going to understand the support and resistance in chart trading. So let's head over to our BTC USD chart. Okay, so I'm currently on 1 hour time frame and I'm going to switch it to 4 hours. So okay, I'm going to disable some indicators so everything in the chart looks nice to you. Okay, now I don't know if you guys notice something here. We have this line here. I don't know if it actually makes sense, but let me use a clear arrow. So here let's use some okay, let's use our hand and draw. So you see we have this here. Let's just put it as a horizontal. Let's delete this and place a new one, and we have this here. Now when we look at this blue line and this kind of yellow line, we can completely tell which is support and which is resistance. Now remember, I'm on H4 time frame. Like I always say, the time frame you are on doesn't matter. The support forms on any time frame. The resistance can also be identified on any time frame. So what happened here is that this price 8586 region, this region 8586 region is actually a support, because if you noticed, we have tested this many times. If we have tested that price level many times, see at this coin drop from here down here, it bounce back, drop, bounce back, drop, bounce back. It's telling you that it's preventing it from going below. The 8005, 8006 region is actually a support level. It's actually a support price level that's preventing the price of Bitcoin from going below further to, let's say, here. You get, but instead it will just stop here, go back, stop, go back, stop, go back, instead of going down here. It's telling you that 86 is the support level. Now notice again, even though we moved up from here down to here, we stopped, we returned down, touched here again, returned down, touched here again, before we finally broke above. What it's simply telling you is that the 9003, 9004 is a resistance. This level, this price level is a resistance. It was preventing the coin, it was preventing Bitcoin from going above. That is why we call it a resistance, because it was preventing Bitcoin from going above. But there's what we call breakout or breakdown. We are going to cover it in the next stop, in the breakout topic, which is something around next week or next 2 weeks topic. We are going to cover breakout, third week. That is when we are going to understand what actually happened here and what actually happened here. You get? So why we say and what actually happened here, we're actually going to explain those ones on that topic. But for now, we just want to understand support and resistance. How we now, as a trader, I'm going to tell you, as a trader, if you as a trader, if you are holding Bitcoin and it moved from here to here, because you already know that this line is a resistance level, what you are going to do is to sell at this level. Once you sell at this level, you hold your money. Now you already know that this place is a support. So what you are going to do is place a buy somewhere around here. Place a buy order. So once the market price of Bitcoin start coming down and touches this place, it automatically buys for you. It will buy for you and pick. Once it picks for you, you already know is a resistance, is a support. It goes back up here and returned here. That's a retest, or what should I say, a double bottom. We are still going to cover double bottom in chart patterns. That's a chart patterns third week as well. So if you notice, what happened here is a double W shape one. And once, as a trader, you identify this W shape, on this second one you buy again. Maybe you bought here, maybe you bought this first, this one, maybe you bought here and you sold here, and you played and it came down to the support again, then you bought at this place. Now what happened here is a W shape 1 2. Now you can hold that coin. because it's going to come here again and break out. So that's what actually happened in this whole process. Understanding support and resistance, and then applying it with other technical analysis. In this situation, we have understood that 8,600 is our support and 9,300 is our resistance, and we've been playing the buy sell buy, and next thing we notice that a double bottom formed, and that double bottom is 1 first bottom, 2 second bottom. It's a W shape. We all know W shape, and we just draw our W. We already know that next movement is up from the W shape. So long as we've bought here, we are going to hold. The next thing is the breakout, and we can take our profit at this 9,008, 9,009. And if you noticed, we touched 10,000. Here is our high. We touched 10,000. That's high, that's low. We touched 10,000. So that should give you a clear insight of how you can apply all these techniques to make you a better trader. Now I'm going to use another time frame, so you don't think it's only on H4 time frame. I'm going to use another time frame, let me say lower time frames. So let's move to 1 minute. Yes, we move to 1 minute. We also notice that we formed a double bottom again. We formed a double bottom again, this and this, and we moved up. Simple. So we can see it in any time frame, but what we are looking at is not chart patterns, because double bottom is a chart pattern. What we are looking at is a support and resistance. So we are going to check out for support and resistance. We are going to check out for support and resistance. Okay, I think here actually serves us better. Okay, here actually serves us better. 9.7, that's another place. 9.8, that's another place. So 9.7 our support, 9.880 our resistance on a lower time frame. It gives you an insight as a scalper. We are going to cover scalping topic in our final week. It gives you an insight as a scalper to know that you sell here, you buy here, you sell here, you buy, and just that. So on any time frame you are on, you must identify the support and resistance on any time frame you are on any time frame. Now that's the 9,003 resistance we talked about here. This is how many times the candles were retested. How many times the candles retested? One. Just how many times the candles were retesting the resistance level. How many times was retesting the resistance level? So that's basically what we are talking about, and we can also try to see the support side of it. And one thing you should know is that if a resistance is broken, it becomes a support. That resistance will now become a support. I will use a real life scenario. Remember, you were inside your room, you were jumping, but unfortunately you jumped above your roof. That was what Bitcoin did here. Bitcoin now moved above 9,003. Now you are now above your roof. If by mistake you start coming down, once you touch the roof will prevent you from getting inside your room. Now the roof is now acting as a support. It's preventing you from going below. So if in this scenario Bitcoin starts dumping right now, start dropping or dumping right now, once it gets to this place, it will stop. Once it gets to this price level, it will stop. It will consolidate here for a period of time to know whether to move back up or finally break down. That's breakdown and breakout. So let's find where a support was now used. Let's see if we can get a support that turned the resistance. I think we can actually see it clear here. Okay, now this price is actually what we just finished discussing. Here right now is our resistance. We tested it the first time, we didn't break, we had to go below, and we finally broke out and touched 9,000. right? We touched 9,000. When we now touched 9,000 here, what happened? We started coming down. Immediately we reached this price level, we didn't go below. Now remember, here was a resistance before. We now break above. Let me start from scratch. Here was a resistance. We now finally break above, and we returned. Here serves as a support. The price, that same price level, 8,384 region, now served as a support. And if you noticed, immediately we touched this region, we moved back up. That's because it acted as a support, resistance, support. So what in essence is that a resistance can become a support once broken. If a resistance is broken, it will turn out to be a support. That will help us to know that this is the price level we can place a buy order, and when the market gets there, it peaks for us and goes back up. So guys, that's the second method of analyzing a chart and knowing when to buy and when to sell. Now, regardless of the support and resistance, okay, now apart from the, if you notice this price level of 5,000, of 6,008, of 6,008, 6,009 is a resistance, is a support level, because if you notice how many times we have to touch this region, how many times we also touched it, and we touched it here. But after we touch this last one here, we are going to get back to candlestick. What happened? Let's zoom out. Let's see what happened. You see, a hammer formed in a bearish trend. A hammer formed in a downtrend, and so once immediately after it formed, it suggested a reversal up. So this is not a gambling, this is understanding how the market works. So you see, aside the support and resistance, you also look out for reversals of candlesticks. You look out for candle reversals in a support region, like hammer, inverted hammer. You look out for them in a support region, in a downtrend region. But shooting star and the other one, you look out, and hanging man, you look out for them in an uptrend, in a resistance region. So once a coin is facing a resistance and hanging man or shooting star forms, if you are holding that coin, you sell it off immediately. If you are holding the coin, you sell it off immediately and take your profit and go. So that's basically how these two topics works. See you guys on Monday.